Hello, guys. So, today I'm going to be talking about your group work, your research task for quarter three. It holds 20 percentage, as you can see here. You can find this in your Google Classroom. If you go to quarter three assessments, you will find the research task just right here. Okay? Now, first of all, you'll be working in teams, which I have already assigned you to. Okay? The whole idea of this project is I want you to choose a company in Bahrain. Okay, whether it is a bank, whether it is a cafe, small business, whatever it is, as long as it is a business in Bahrain with employees. Okay. Now I'd like you to choose it's preferably that you choose a company where your parents are working in currently, or you know someone there, or you have a relative. So it'll be much easier for you to choose a to basically to create that form and have that communication between you and those employees there. So after choosing a company, let's say you chose Starbucks, and let's say, for example, one of the group students have a brother who's working in Starbucks, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to create a form, which I'll show you right now. And in this form, you're gonna put questions from this survey, from these surveys, okay? So I'm gonna put questions from there, and then you're going to send that survey to the person you know, and he's going to share it with those five employees. And as soon as you do the form, you will have the answers immediately with you. And I'll show you how to do the form. Now, how do you do a Google form? You go to your Gmail. Okay, this is my Gmail, and then I'm gonna come here for these, and I'm gonna press on forms. Okay. Now, how do I create a form? How do I create a form? Simple. I go to blank. Okay. I go to blank, and then let's say here, um, motivation form, and here you can write a description like we are conducting this form to, let's say, understand the situation, the motivation level at the company, or something like that. Um, so basically, you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna start taking questions. So you're just gonna come here, and let's say we chose this question. Okay, I'm just gonna choose this question. I'm just gonna copy this question, paste it here, and then I'm gonna put options. Okay, now here the question: strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. How do I put that? We have something that's called linear scale. So you have plenty of options for question forms. Here you come to linear scale, 1 to 5. 1 is, let's say, strongly agree, and 5 is strongly disagree. Okay? By that, we have created a question. To make it easier for you, you can just duplicate the question immediately here. It just makes it easier for you to create more questions and so on. Let's say, just to help you out to understand more, let's say we have something here like this. Does your level motivation affect your performance? And it's not working. Okay, let's just say this is the question. We come here, and then I want to change. I don't want a linear scale. I'm just going to put, let's say, checkbox, for example. Option 1 would be yes, option 2 would be no, and that's it. Here we go. We have another question. So after you create this form, okay, after you create this form, what are you going to do? How are you going to copy this form and share it with people? You're going to come here, you're going to do send. You have two ways. It's either you email, let's say here I want to email it to myself. It's either I'm going to send this, and just send it, since, I'm confirming because we're at Kano school, or I'm just going to send it by, shorten URL, and then I'm just going to copy this URL. I'm gonna come to my personal email, compose, okay, and then just, send it to myself like this here, you know. Once I send it to myself, I just receive it, and then I'm able to send it to other people, whether through WhatsApp, whether through any other channel, doesn't matter. As far as you have the URL, you can enter the form and answer it, okay? Let's say now I have it here, okay? I have it here, and I just sent the form for myself. Let's say I want to fill out the form, okay? So I want to fill out the form I received, and I want to fill out the form here. Okay, so I have the form. Let's see. Um, see here, say I'm answering the form and I'm submitting. What happened here? The response come here directly. So I can see the response. As soon as these 5 employees respond to your questions, you'll be able to see the answer immediately. After finding these data, okay, make sure please that, as I wrote here, um, make sure that um, basically you need to find the possible questions for the survey are given below. As I said, you can choose only 10 questions. Okay, so just choose 10 questions and write about them. As I said, the report should not exceed 1,000. So I'd say it can be from 600 words up to 1,000, and just not less than 600 words. And then, as I said, after doing this, after getting the answers from those employees, what are you going to do? You're going to have a summary here. And then also you can see the data for each question or individual data as well based on every answer. Now, when you have the summary, let's say, for example, here, when at work, I'm completely focused on my job duties. Now, let's say 5 employees responded that they strongly agree. What do that tell you? You're just gonna come and write, let's say, oh, since most of the employees, or let's say 100% of the answers were that when they're at work they completely focus, it shows that their place work is a good place to work in, that they're actually motivated to do their work, and blah blah blah. So basically analyze all this information that is given to you through that survey, after those employees have answered. So as I said, as you can see here in the question, from the data collected, introduce the business. So tell me a little bit about the business. You know what? Let's put it this way. How do you write your paper? These are the steps. First of all, you're going to have an introduction of the business. Let's say like one small paragraph. The business in Bahrain, they do this, they serve this, blah, blah, blah. Then identify the leadership style and analyze its effectiveness. We already talked about leadership styles, and after looking at the questions that you've given here, I think you'll be able to understand the type of leader they have. If it's autocratic, democratic, blah, blah, blah. And then evaluate the level of motivation. Are they highly motivated? Are they, you know, demotivated, and so on? Conclusion and recommendations. What do I mean? Conclusion, just conclude, just summarize whatever you mentioned above. And then recommendation, recommend what the company can do if they have, for example, a low motivation employee. You can just recommend them on what to do to have so that they'll be better. Okay, and that's how you do. Remember, I'd like you to use graphical representation like pie charts for the data collected, blah blah blah. When you go to the PowerPoint, sorry, not the PowerPoint, when you put it in the Word, you'll find, actually um, uh, you can find it in the PowerPoint itself. There is graphs, and you can even take the graphs that shows here, just screenshot them and add them there as well. It's completely up to you. And that is what the research task is all about.